Hey guys, it's Kim with the Basement Bunch Stampers, and I'm here for our Thursday Touch Base Thursday event for May 2nd. And I'm happy to be here with all of you. I got lots of awesome new things to share with you all, and I cannot wait to go over all of that. So again, if you haven't been following me before and you're new to my Facebook Lives, if you share my video and let others know about my Facebook Lives, you get entered into my drawing to win some free prizes. And I've got lots of prizes every single week. I have a couple of things I give away. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to announce the winners from last week. So what I do is whenever you share my video, I put your name into a drawing, and I pick you guys right before I go live, and it's a random pick. Hi Penny, hi Sonia. And so the two winners that we have last week, the two prizes were a bolt of the very vanilla trim. This is going to be retiring. And it was a bolt of the flax ribbon, the flax white ribbon. And the winner of the trim, lace trim, is Sharon Keith. Congratulations, Sharon. I'll get that in the mail to you. And the winner, I better write my winners' names on these. Usually I do these before I go live with you guys so that they're on there, but I forgot to do that. And the winner of the white flax ribbon is Marilyn Skorker. So Marilyn, I believe I do not have your address. So if you are watching me and joining me live or watching the replay, please send me a message with your address and I'll get your ribbon to you. Now I know if you're watching me live, I welcome. If you're watching me on a replay, please comment that it's a replay. I want to kind of get an idea of how many of you are able to watch me live, how many of you watch me on replay. It really helps me be able to kind of gauge that. Again, please comment that you've shared so that I know. Sometimes I don't always see those coming through. Before I get started with announcements, I want to tell you guys that you are amazing because I had a good handful of you ask me how our dear sweet little hedgehog Taffy was doing. And I have a special guest that's going to make an appearance again tonight. I'm going to invite my daughter Claire to come over with Taffy. So a lot of you noticed that I posted that we had Taffy at the vet just on Monday. So if any of you watch on National Geographic or National Geo, what's it called, Claire? It's where the incredible Dr. Pol is. That vet doctor, is right here in our backyard. He's literally over in a town about 15 minutes away from us. And Taffy, our hedgehog, we have two hedgehogs. We have Tink and Taffy. So Tink is Natalie's hedgehog, Taffy is Claire's. We've had him for about a year, right Claire? About a year, a little over a year. And Taffy just wasn't acting right over the weekend, and so we got her into the vet, and she actually got to see the incredible Dr. Pol. So they videotaped the visit and everything. So we're really excited to see that. If any of you watch that and see it before we're able to, please let us know. But I'm going to have Claire come over and bring Taffy on camera. She might be a little shy, so you guys can see how she's doing. Claire has to actually give her some medicine. So the doctor mixed up some, it smells like baby vitamins. When you used to give little babies their vitamins, but he mixed up some vitamin B and some antibiotic, and she's doing a lot better, or Taffy's doing a lot better. So Claire, why don't you come right in here and let him see Taffy. Come right in the middle here. Sit on my lap and just make sure that you can get, so put her in her little ball. This is Taffy. And Taffy, like we said, is doing a lot better. She is a little trooper at taking her medicine, and Claire is really good with her, making sure she takes it. And anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know she's doing better. I think she still has a little ways to go, but she's doing a lot better. And Claire's going to give her medicine here now, and I'm going to make sure you guys can see her. I'm not sure if they can see her, Claire, so you're going to have to put her up higher because of the video. So she's putting her up higher for you guys to see her. But pretend she's the Lion King. Put her right up. Put her right up for everybody to see. So she's bringing her up a little bit higher so that you guys can see Taffy for a couple minutes here. Isn't she the sweetest thing ever, you guys? Kind of funny how quickly you get attached to these little things. So some of you asked why we chose a hedgehog over any other animals. Claire has some allergies and can't have a lot of pet fur and that kind of stuff around. And so we decided to get hedgehogs. And other than getting a quill in the foot every once in a while, they've been a real joy. Claire's is a little bit littler than Natalie's. Natalie's is a little bit bigger than Claire's is, but this is, again, Taffy, and she's so even-tempered and so nice, and she'll just sit there for hours in Claire's hands like that. She only gets picky if you scare her or startle her, and then she'll raise her quills a little bit, but it picks like a little needle, not anything too bad. But isn't she sweet? Okay, so we are going to let Claire go give little Miss Taffy her medicine. And thank you guys for letting me bring her on to share with you guys our sweet Taffy. Because like I said, thank you, Claire. It has been a couple of days of wondering and waiting and making sure she was going to be okay. So anyway, I'm glad you guys liked seeing Taffy. Thank you for letting me share her with you guys. So again, if you ever see, my husband's name is Matt Vogel. He's got Matt Vogel Electric all over his shirt. So if you ever see that on the National Geographic, you will know that in Dr. Pole's show, you'll know that that is my husband and Taffy. Okay, anyway, thank you guys for letting me entertain you for a couple minutes with Taffy. So a couple of things I wanted to mention to you guys before I show you my in-color cards that I'm going to share with you tonight. Today was the opening day for pre-order for anybody who's a demonstrator. So it was kind of like, for us, it's kind of like Christmas. We get to go Christmas shopping for ourselves. And I'm excited to share with you guys the catalogs that I was able to order. So I posted earlier today that I bought a lot of catalogs. I have 20 boxes of catalogs coming. So that is a total of, I'm telling you, when I had to pay that bill though, wow. But like I said, I'm really excited to get those to you guys. 20 boxes will be coming in about a week. It takes about a week for me to get catalogs and orders from Stampin' Up. So I will make sure that any of you that are long distance, you get a catalog from me. If you're local, we'll schedule some kind of a local pickup for you guys to get those. So I'm going to ask that you give me about a week once I receive them to get them all ready and prepped. My goal is to have them in your hands before Memorial Day weekend. So if you're going somewhere or camping or doing anything, you've got good reading material while you are gone. So that is my goal anyways, to get them to all of you by then. So online bingo is open. Online bingo registration is open now so that is going to be on May 15th. And so you only have about 10 more days to register. It's kind of a quick turnaround time. But the prizes are actually going to be $40 of product of your choice. So if you're a winner, instead of it normally being this is the bundle you can win for this game, it's going to be $40 of your choice. Since we're close to the end of a catalog, there might be other things that you guys might want instead of stamp sets. You might want some paper or some ribbon. So if you're a winner, that's what I've decided to do. You are going to be able to pick out your own product and message me what you want, and then I will ship it directly to you. So that's what we're going to be doing. I've had a couple of you register, so make sure that if you haven't done so, you do so soon, because I want to make sure I get bingo kits out and your make and take kits to you as well. My masculine best catch card class, I know a few of you mentioned you were interested in that, but please register if you are by, I think you have until like May 18th, but my goal is to get those out sooner if I can. So they're kind of designed to be like Father's Day cards, graduation cards. So again, I want to kind of gauge interest on how many I need to get so that I can start ordering the blends and the burlap and all of that to get those kits ready and in the mail to you. I will post the link to those masculine cards again. I will actually post it in the description of the of this video later tonight. So we no longer have dance on Thursdays, so I don't have to rush right away after my videos and go pick up the girls or talk with them. I haven't seen them all day. So dance is done for right now, so I'll be able to do a little bit more right after I get off of my Facebook Live with all of you. A few of you asked about blades for the Stampin' Trimmer. So the Stampin' Trimmer, as you know, is being discontinued. The blades were originally supposed to be in April 29th, and Stampin' Up! Has delayed that date till May 6th. Now, I'm going to do my best to order blades for all of you that have reached out to me and asked me to order blades for you. I've signed up to receive an email the minute those blades are in stock. And so I am going to do my best to get blades for you as soon as I possibly can. But there is a little bit more of a delay. They're not available at the original date that Stampin' Up! Was hoping they were going to be available. In color ink pads. So I wanted to mention this to all of you guys just because I have a feeling this problem is not going to be rectified by the time the catalog goes live. But so tonight I'm going to be sharing with you 5 in colors and 5 really simple cards that I created with those in colors. And one of the in colors, the Purple Posy, they are having some quality issues with the ink pad. So the ink pad is a little bit foamy and it's not giving a really good stamped image. The quality just isn't there. And I'm very happy that Stampin' Up! Did what they did. They pulled the ink pad from the purchasing of any demonstrators getting it on pre pre-order, and I highly doubt that ink pad will be ready to go by June 4th when the catalog goes live, but they've pulled the ink pad so they can figure out their quality issues, get them fixed, and give us quality product. And I am a firm believer that Stampin' Up's products are amazing quality, and so I am very excited that they actually did that. While I'm sad that we can't get our hands on those ink pads and our customers can't get their hands on the ink pads, I'm glad that they did the right thing, because you don't want us to have a bad name with our products. That being said, I do have tonight a Purple Posy ink pad that I'm going to be showcasing for you. I was able to get some ink pads early. Like I said, from anybody who goes to OnStage can order some things early, and one of my downline went and was amazing to let me get my hands on some ink pads. So, and mine is kind of a bad quality ink pad. I do have one of the ones that's a little bit defective. So when I stamp with it tonight, you might see that defect coming out, and you'll understand completely why they pulled it. They're hoping that they can get that rectified as soon as possible, but it could be upwards of almost 2 months by the time they fix the supply issue, remanufacture, get them to the warehouse, all that kind of stuff. So just want to make you guys aware of that they're doing the best they can, but I'm very excited that they decided to do what they did with that ink pad. Paper Pumpkin. So if any of you are interested in Shelly's Paper Pumpkin kit. So Shelly is our co-founder of Stampin' Up, and she had her hands in designing the May kit. And I was not able to attend OnStage, but I watched the OnStage online afterwards. They post it for demonstrators to see, and so I always take advantage of that and watch all those different parts and stuff. And her kit that she designed is going to, it actually coordinates with some product that's in our upcoming annual catalog. It coordinates with the Bird Ballad bundle that's in the catalog, and it's very, very pretty. So if you haven't tried Paper Pumpkin, I encourage you guys to do that. I am actually going to be doing my first live Paper Pumpkin party, I'm calling it, the first Tuesday of May. I think it's May, no, not the first Tuesday. I think it's the second Tuesday. I think I had to switch it because I'm going to be doing my team meeting a week earlier because of my daughter's doctor's appointments. But anyway, I think it's May 14th at 7 p.m. I'll be doing a Facebook Live with the Paper Pumpkin from last month to kind of show, some of you have asked me what it looks like, what's included, how does it come, and so I want to kind of go over all that and actually make a couple of the projects with you guys. But it is really awesome kit. They've come a long way with their projects, and I always look forward to getting mine in the mail. And it's going to be going up, I believe, after June to $21, but a lot of that increases from the cost of the actual Paper Pumpkin kit being shipped. It's the shipping cost. So, but it's an awesome value. You get lots of cute projects. Everything's designed, everything's cut, everything's ready. So I will also post the link in the description of my my Facebook Live video later on how to sign up for Paper Pumpkin, so that you guys have that as well. And then I wanted to make sure that all of you know about my club, that I offer a club. So I don't talk about it a lot. I post about it some, but some of you are repeat buyers of my online classes. And I wanted to let you know that if you participate in my club, it's a 10-month commitment where you put in an order every month, you get one of my classes sent to you for free. So I have a scrapbook club, I have a card club. You can kind of take your pick of what you would prefer for you. But one of those 10 months, you're the hostess, and you get $50 in free Stampin' Up product of your choice. So if you like my classes, if you're continuing to buy them, register for them, I really suggest you consider looking at my club. And if you're interested in that, I can give you information on that as well. I have a flyer that I could send you. So just message me. I'd be happy to get that out there for you guys. So with that, I didn't show you guys what's up for grabs this week for sharing my video. I told you guys the winners, but then we got into taffy, and I forgot to tell you guys what's up for grabs this week for sharing my video. So we have the pearlized white doilies, and we have a package of the dimensionals, because who cannot use dimensionals, right? So that's what's up for grabs. Next week I will draw 2 lucky winners, and you will get these either sent to you or given to you if you're one of my local peeps, for lack of a better word, one of my local customers or Stampin' friends. So with that, I'm going to transition my camera down to my stamp area, and I'm going to show you guys some cards that I made using all 5 of the in colors. And these cards are very, very simple, and these cards will actually be available in a kit. So if you're interested in an online kit to go, I'll be posting the link in the next day, and you can receive a kit to make 20 of these cards. You would make so there's 5 different cards. You would make 2 of each one. So 20 cards, sorry. So you would make 4 of each one. And it's going to include a bolt of the ribbon, the tulle ribbon. This ribbon's carrying over. And it's going to include a package of the clear faceted gems. So those are 2 of the items that you would get included. And I think it's only 10 cards. I'm sorry, you guys. It's 10 cards with envelopes and these 2 embellishments that you are going to be using on your projects. So I'm going to show you guys some cute cards and some new product. And then I'm going to also share with you the Perennial Essence bundle. It is one of the ones that I was able to get early as well, and I've been playing with it and having a lot of fun with it. And so I'm going to show you guys the beautiful paper and some of the other coordinating products that go with that bundle. So with that, I'm going to transition down to my stamp area. Let's have some fun with these new in colors. Okay, so let me make sure I get my computer out of the way here too, you guys. So if you see me looking down or looking over, I put my computer in a different spot this time, and I didn't have to keep turning to my left. I had it kind of right in front of me, and you guys couldn't even see that, so that was kind of cool. See, it's always a learning process when you do these Facebook Lives, let me tell you. Okay, so these are the cards that I'm going to be sharing with you tonight. They're all similar, yet a little different, but they're really pretty, and I'm going to actually share with you guys all of these in colors as well. So let me make sure that you guys can see these. So Claire just went upstairs with her sweet little taffy, but I can still smell her vitamins. So let me put my computer back where I need it so I can see. Okay, so I gotta grab a chair. All right, so these are the cards I'm gonna be sharing with you tonight. These are the 5 new in colors. And what I want to do, I'm a little crooked, so bear with me here, guys. I hate that when I'm crooked. I don't like to be crooked. I promise it'll quit shaking here in just a minute. There we go, much better. Much better. Okay. So these are the 5 new in colors, and I'm going to go over them in detail with all of you first and tell you the names of them. I finally have gotten them memorized. It only takes, a few times of saying them, but I do finally have them memorized. So this one right here is called not Rococo Rose. See, I am getting them all goofed up. This one right here is called, it is the Terracotta Tile. And this one resembles Calypso Coral, and I posted over on my group page a while back some of the color comparisons of all the colors that kind of coordinate with this. But this is the Terracotta Tile, and I really like the Terracotta Tile paired with the Pretty Peacock. So this is the Pretty Peacock. Look how pretty that is. To me, these 2 are just very earth toned together. I really like them. Really like them a lot. And then we have the Rococo Rose, which is probably one of my favorites. But again, I love pink. So that is the Rococo Rose. Say that fast 5 times. It's kind of hard to spit it out. And then this next one is called Seaside Spray. And the Seaside Spray kind of reminds me of an old Stampin' Up! Color that was called, I think it was Brocade Blue or something like that. It kind of reminds me of one of the blues that we used to do a few years back. My sister's wedding color, or the dresses that we wore, was this color. And there was actually 2 purple or 2 bluish colors that we used that were similar to this color, so it reminds me of her wedding colors. And then the last one that we have here is the Purple Posy. Now this is the one that you currently cannot get the ink or the ink refill, and so I'm really sorry. I'm going to tell you guys that right now. I'm really sorry that you cannot get that one, but you're going to be able to get a taste of it here tonight and be able to see it with these cards that I'm making. Now the other thing that I use on all of these cards is a new punch. Now this new punch that I used coordinates with the, I have to find it here, with the Floral Essence bundle. So I'm going to bring in this bundle and show you the bundle first, and then I'm going to show you guys or tell you a little bit about, show you the rest of the bundle later, I guess. So this is the punch that I used. Now this punch, I punched it out three times to make a flower, and so you will see me actually be doing that here in just a second, and we will make some flowers with that. But I'm looking for the name of the punch because I don't have them all memorized yet, which is just not like me. But I'm not seeing that the punch is on my list. There it is. It's called the Perennial Flower Punch. Perennial Flower Punch. And so this is, like I said, I punched it out 3 times and then I layered them onto these cards. So since I like the Rococo Rose, we're going to start with the Rococo Rose first, and we're going to actually make one of these cards, and I'm going to show you how easy these cards go together. And what I like about these cards, while they're all the same, they're all a little bit different because some of them I curled the petals down, some of them I curled the petals up, and I'm going to show you how I did that. And then I also used on all of these cards the Strong and Beautiful stamp set and used different sentiments from this as well. So what I did is I have a piece of I used soft suede for all of my bases. So all of my bases are soft suede, not soft suede, Sahara sand. And they're all cut 5.5 by 8.5. And these are folded in half and it becomes the base of my card. So I used this color for every single one of them. And then I cut a mat of each cardstock color. This mat is cut 5 by 3 3/4. And then the Whisper White is cut 4 3/4 by 3.5. So it just goes in 1/4 of an inch, and it just is going to give me a nice little border around there of the neutral Sahara sand. And before we glue those together, I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. So I'm going to bring in my Rococo Rose. So I also have all of the ink pads. This is the Rococo Rose, the Pretty Peacock, the Terracotta Tile, the Seaside Spray, and that Purple Posy that you will see, and I'll show you in a little bit. I'm going to actually share with you guys what the default is so that you're aware of it, because it'll help you understand. I mean, I know it's frustrating. I know it gets really, you know, you're like, oh, I really want them. But trust me, you're not going to want it when you see some of the issues that it does and some of the issues that you have with it. So I am going to actually stamp this one. I love the saying of this. I used it, I think, just last week on my video as well. But it is the one that says, "To the woman who does it all with grace and wisdom." And I need to grab a block from my class I have sitting over on my table here yet. I did have a block, but I stole it to make some cards for my swaps that I do. So we're just going to ink this up into the Rococo Rose, and you're going to see how beautiful this stamps. It's so pretty. I'm just going to stamp that on the bottom. Oh, okay, so Kim screwed up. So we're going to turn it over. We're going to stamp it, make sure I don't have anything underneath there. There we go, much better. Now that right there is why you do not want to glue it down until after you stamp, because if you make a mistake, you see what I did? You just flip it over and you do it on the other side. So really, really a cool way to hide your mistake. And then I'm just going to adhere these two together, so no one's going to even see that I made that mistake. So if any of my team members are watching my Facebook Live tonight, these are your make and takes for our team meeting. So I do a team meeting with my team every single month. And I decided to focus on some of the new in colors for them this month. So I'm hoping that they like that. And then I have a little piece of scrap. So after I cut these mats out, I had some scraps. And these scraps were perfect to use on the cards. This is 5.5 by 3/4 of an inch. And what I did is I actually wrapped some of this white polka dot ribbon. This is the tulle ribbon. I have to open up. I had to go get a new bolt, so I have to open this one up. So bear with me here. But this ribbon is carrying over, and because we were not able to get our hands on the new in color ribbon until today, I chose to use a ribbon that we could get our hands on, and I really like the look of what this ribbon brings by adding it the way I did. So let me get this here open. So what I did is I simply added some of this ribbon around this piece right here, using glue dots. So I just kind of measured how big this piece was, and I cut the ribbon, and then I have some glue dots sitting here already, and I just put a glue dot on the end of each of these two here, and from there you get them stuck to your fingernails. Yep, that's what you do. And then from there, I'm just going to wrap this around my little piece here. But look how pretty that just kind of makes that kind of come to life a little bit. I really like it. And then I'm going to add some adhesive. And I'm just going to glue this down to my card like so. And then I'm going to cut another little piece of this white tulle ribbon. And I'm going to tie this underneath here like that. And I'm just going to tie this on. So I'm seeing lots of your comments. Beth, yes, I would be happy to get blades for you as soon as I can. I'll add you to my list, my dear. And Karen, I'm sorry, it keeps timing out on you. I'm not sure why it's doing that. But yes, that's the awesome thing about Facebook Lives. You can always watch on replay later. So that's really cool. Okay, and from there, I'm going to adhere this down to my card base. So you can see how quick and easy and simple this card is to put together. And then I'm going to show you guys a neat trick to cutting out all those flowers to save on cardstock. So I'm prepping kits right now for my online class for this, as well as for my team, for our team meeting this coming Tuesday. And I found it easiest to cut this into 2.5-inch strips of paper. So this is the full 8.5 length. I cut 2.5-inch strips. And I want to show you how awesome it is and how you can get a lot out of this 2.5-inch strip. So I'm just going to start on the very bottom, and I'm going to punch this out. And then I'm just going to move along this very bottom, and you'll see that I'll be able to even get more out of the other side. And if any of you have a better way when you get this punch and you start playing with it to make this and kind of maximize your cardstock, please let me know. But I found this as a great way to get 8 out of one piece of this 2.5 by 8 strip. And you'll see when I'm all done, there is not much waste at all. So I'm going to punch this last one out. Okay, so from there you can see that this right here is all I have left for scraps. I mean, isn't that pretty cool? Now you could also keep this little edge here if you wanted to do centers on your flowers or something like that. But this gives me 8 petals, and I need 3 to make a flower. And I'm gonna bring my sample back in so that I can show you guys how I curled that. So I used my bone folder, and yes, my husband has my initials all over my bone folders because that way nobody takes them. Sometimes my customers will accidentally grab one thinking it's theirs when they're at my classes. So this is his way of making sure that they go, oh, that's not mine. So all I'm going to do is curl these ends a little bit, and you can curl them a little, you can curl them a lot. They'll flatten out a little bit once you put them on with the dimensional. So these I'm curling, just going down with them, and you don't want to do it too hard to accidentally rip those petals, because if you rip the petals, you're going to have to start over again. But this punch is awesome. I really like it. So from there, I am going to use glue dots. Let me find my glue dots here again. So from here, I am just going to use some glue dots, and all I did is glue dotted these together. So I'm going to put a glue dot in the middle here, and I just kind of off-centered this a little bit. And then I'm gonna put the third one will fill it in really, really good. You'll see here in just a second. So you're just gonna kind of off center it again, fill it in. And the neat thing is, because I've used glue dots, I can still move these petals around a little bit if I need to get them to fit right where I want. And then when they're where I want them to be, I'm really squeezing it together really good to get a really good, good hold there. Okay, and then what I did is I used a Stampin' Dimensional. So I'm gonna bring in a dimensional. And I am going to put this rose, or this petaled flower, perennial flower, onto my card. And then there's also some really pretty perennial flower centers that I'm going to share with you in here in just a little while that you can put on these cards. But because we couldn't get our hands on many of them, I chose to use the Faceted Gems that are carrying over in our catalog. These were came out a couple years ago with the Daisy bundle. And these work really nicely. You can use the little ones, the medium-sized or whatever, but this works really nicely. And I always like to put an extra glue dot on the back of these because I find that they just stick a little bit better. And you just stick that right in the middle. And look at that awesome card that we have. Isn't that cool? Love it. And so the next one I'm going to make with you, so I'm not going to make all 5 because again, you kind of see the idea and my theme behind my cards, but it really showcases the end colors for you. It would be, if you purchase this kit, it's going to be a really great way for you to be able to get more of, or to see these colors to know which ones you really, really like. But I am going to show you how I made, so a couple of these run, some run vertical, some run horizontal. I'm going to show you now how I put the one together that I have going the opposite way, because sometimes people think a little bit differently. They think they have to curl it different, but you don't. So again, I have my same 2.5 by 8 strip of cardstock here, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to punch out. This time I'm just going to punch out 3. You guys kind of seen already how I was able to get how I was able to get 4 or 8 out of that. I'm just going to punch out the 3. Now, a lot of times people think, oh my gosh, I can't curl up. You know what? You're still going to curl down. That's the big secret, you guys. You're still going to curl down on all of these. And when you glue them together, you're just going to turn them up. So some of you may have known that, but I can't tell you how many times I have customers say, oh my gosh, how did you do that? Because you changed it. It's a different fold or a different curve, and it's really not. So you do the exact same thing. Bringing in our glue dots, I'm just going to adhere these down as well. There's some glue dots. So this time I'm going to actually put my glue dot on the inside instead of the outside, and then I'm going to layer these with the curve part up. Okay, oops. Still have a residue from a glue dot on my fingernail, so it keeps sticking to it. And voila, we have, and again, I didn't glue them down perfectly, so I can move these around, get them where I want them. Look at how you can just spread those apart, and then you really give it a good push when you have it where you want it. And then from there, you're just going to put this on with a dimensional as well, and you have your flower going up instead of going down. That's all the secret there is to it. And I used, again, one of those faceted gems to put on in the middle. So what I want to do now is share with you the product suite that coordinates with this awesome punch that I've been sharing with you. So I've already had the opportunity to create 5 cards with this punch. So one of my first classes that I'll be offering in June is going to be with the Perennial Essence bundle. I already have a class designed, and I may actually share with you guys those designs next week. Depending on, I'm hoping I have time to design something else for you guys, but I have an event this weekend, and of course I have a full-time job that most of you know I have to go to. I wish I didn't have to. So I might not have much design time this weekend, but I will, if not, I do have a class already designed to show you guys. There's some cards using this. So this is part of the Perennial Essence, and it coordinates with this awesome Floral Essence stamp set. And what I like about this is you also have an image here that you could stamp and then punch out with this right here. And then this image right here coordinates with that leaf punch that's in our annual catalog, and that leaf punch is carrying over. So if you don't have the leaf punch yet, you might want to consider getting that because it coordinates very nicely with these. There's also some vellum, and I didn't bring the vellum over, but I'll run and get it for you guys because it's worth showing you. But this is the Floral Essence bundle that's going to be in the annual catalog, and then it coordinates with some additional products. The first one I want to show you is these. They are called Perennial Essence Floral Centers, and they look just like the centers of daisies. They're kind of fuzzy, and they're just, I mean, they literally look just like centers of flowers. And the cards that I made using this, oh my gosh, you guys, they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So this was one of my very first, oh my gosh, I love it when I saw it. Those of you that know me though know that I wear a flower in my hair almost every single day. My website has flowers on it. So this product suite screams my name. It was one of the first ones I just had to get. Then there's also this pretty petal pink striped ribbon, and this, again, I'm a pink person, so I love the ribbon. Let me put it over my hand so you guys can kind of see the color of it there a little bit better. So it's got some see-through to it, and then the edges have the edge to it with the petal pink. Love that. And then the Designer Series paper. This paper is gorgeous. So I'm going to show you guys, as I mentioned before, most of Stampin' Up's papers have what they call I call it a busy side or a design side, and then the opposite has a plain side. So this is some of the paper right here. There's this pattern, and I'm going to skip that one because they're in here together. So you get 2 of each pattern in a pack of paper, and so I'm just going to kind of share with you guys the pretty designs that are in this. And someone asked me if they were quite dark. Yes and no, because the ones that are dark coordinate really nice with Blackberry Bliss and the Blueberry Bushel. And I made a card that I'll show you guys next week that is just gorgeous using that. It's just beautiful. So this one right here, yes, a little dark, but you lighten it up by doing other things with it. So it doesn't have to necessarily be too dark. Then there's this one. If you like this paper, please give me the thumbs up. I'm curious to know how many of you think this paper's pretty, because I mean, it's either people like it or they don't. And I'm just curious what the consensus is of all of you guys out there watching me tonight. So that is all of the patterned paper. And then if you flip this paper over on the other side, so I'm just going to pick all this up and I'm going to flip it over. Yay, we got lots of thumbs up. I love it. I love it, love it. On the opposite side, you then have your more solid colors. So this is Petal Pink. So some of the colors that coordinate in this product suite are Petal Pink. You have Old Olive, and then there's the Blueberry Bushel and the Blackberry Bliss. And yes, I've been playing with this bundle long enough, you guys, that I know all of these colors already. And then you have some, those are the same colors that I kind of already mentioned. And then there's also some Flirty Flamingo that coordinates with this, and some Crushed Curry. Those are the main colors that I used on this. And this paper right here is really pretty as well. I'm going to run over to my design table. You guys will, I'm going to leave this here for you guys to admire, but I want to show you guys the vellum, because the vellum is gorgeous and makes some really pretty cards with that punch. So bear with me while I run over to my design table and grab the vellum. Okay. So the vellum, you get, I think it's 12 pieces to a pack, and you get 3 different colors. So I'm going to actually move all of this paper out of the way so I can make room for the vellum. So you get some Petal Pink vellum, and this vellum is 12 by 12. So you get some 12 by 12 vellum. You can kind of see that it's nice and see-through. And the width, or the strength of this vellum, or the thickness is the right word, I guess, is very similar to our cardstock vellum. So it's a really good quality of vellum. And what I like about it is, what I've done with this vellum is I actually use, so you have So Saffron, you have Old Olive, and then you have the Petal Pink. And what I've done is I've actually used the this petal punch, and I've made the flowers the way I just showed all of you. And then I've actually used the green to use the leaf punch and cut out some leaves, so that I'm able to have the flower with a couple of leaves on it. And then I put those really pretty yellow centers in the middle. Gorgeous, you guys. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it. Love it. Yes, Missy, you will be adding this Designer Series paper to your collection. I'm a paper person too. I think we all are. I think we all are considered paper hoarders, right? I always hate cutting into it, but man, do I love creating beautiful things with it. So that is the product bundle that I was going to share with you tonight, and I will probably showcase this bundle for you guys next week in my Facebook Live, and I'll actually show you all the cards that I created with it, unless I have time to create something different. But I know we're all kind of getting ready for some sneak peeks out of the new catalog. So I will see what I can do. If not, I'm planning to showcase for you guys some embossing techniques. I know that we talked about that. And so, again, I'm going to be honest, don't know if I'll have time to get to that. Those of you that might not know, I work full-time at a university. It's called Central Michigan University. And Stampin' Up! Is my fun job. I wish it could become my full-time job, but I'm not there yet. So if you guys don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. So I do work Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, and I stamp most nights when my kids are in bed and on weekends, because this is what really brings me complete joy and satisfaction, is creating for all of you guys and you guys loving my stuff. So it keeps me going. It keeps me creating. I absolutely love it. So that is the product suite that I wanted to share with you tonight. I'm going to bring these cards back in to show you again all of the pretty end colors. Now this will be a class that I will be offering. I'll have an online link that I will post in just a little bit to the description of this video. It will also be, I'll post it to my group and my page later. So the class will be, usually I do the class, for, there's a flat fee for the class. It includes, so what I'll probably do is include I don't have the prices figured out yet, but I'll have them posted when I get it after my video. It will include the clear faceted gems. It will include a whole bolt of the white polka dot tulle ribbon. As you can see, you're going to use a ton of this ribbon on these cards, because your kit's going to be 10 cards, and I used every single one of them has the ribbon on them. And then you'll have some of the ribbon left over and some of these gems left over that you can make more cards once you're able to order this awesome punch. And like I said, this will be posted for you guys to purchase the month of May. You can get a little sneak peek. It'll ship the beginning of June. I can't ship it to you guys until the catalog officially goes live because we're not able to actually sell the stuff yet, but I'm able to have you guys sign up for the class and I can kind of start preparing and getting ready for it for you. And then I'll have as an add-on, if you're interested in as an add-on, I'll have the Strong and Beautiful stamp set. This is carrying over as well so that you're able to do some stamping. Now, if you're not able to stamp your own or don't have all the ink colors because you won't, black would look just as nice on all of these as well. But I do want to take the time to show you guys my Purple Posy ink pad. I just remembered that I was going to do that because I think it's important for those of you that are watching to see the quality issues that people are having with their Purple Posy ink. And this is why I'm really excited that Stampin' Up! Took it off for us to purchase right now. I would hate for my customers to get this ink pad and think that Stampin' Up's quality is going down the toilet because we didn't take care of getting this, taking care of getting it right. So it looks like it's completely fine, the Purple Posy ink. Let me bring in a scrap here of white. Here we go. So this is just a scrap of Whisper White, okay? And I am going to bring in a flower from the Floral Essence stamp set. So this is a stamp set that coordinates with that punch, the one I just showed you tonight. So let me get this on a block. Let me pull off my other stamp here. Do any of you guys make a complete mess when you're stamping? Like, I'm looking at my table going, what have I created? Like, I didn't do a whole lot of stamping with you guys, and it's a mess. Complete mess. Okay, so what I want you guys to see as I'm stamping this into my ink, do you see that foaming? Can you guys kind of see that getting all foamy? It's almost like it's got too much ink in it. And then when I stamp with it, you're going to see exactly what happens here when I stamp with it. Do you see that? It's like it's got soap in it. And when I stamp with it, I actually have some of those bubbly images appearing in my stamped image. So that is not something that we want to share with all of you. So I'm really glad, like I said, I'm really glad that Stampin' Up! Has pulled it for right now. They're doing their best to get this product back into our hands. I'm going to, again, kind of do it closer so you guys can see the bubbles that leaves behind. So it does, if you put a mat under it and you're really careful, maybe you stamp off and then stamp on, it does give you there. That's going to show you guys a little bit better what it's been doing. Do you see those bubbles marks? You can see them all in that stamped image. That is not good. And so, like I said, kudos to Stampin' Up! For pulling them for right now, fixing the problem before we get them back into the hands of all of our customers. So anyway, again, wanted to just let you guys know that is one of the issues with the ink pad itself. So anyway, thank you guys so very much for joining me tonight. Again, if you're watching me on replay, please mark replay. If you have not shared my video yet, please make sure you do that. And when you mark it shared, I make sure you get into the drawing to receive those free prizes that I showed you guys tonight. And I hope that you guys enjoyed a little tour of the new in colors. And like I said, if you're interested in this class to go, I will be getting these ready to go out the beginning of June. And like I said, my team will be making these at our team meeting this week. So if you're part of my team, here's your sneak peek of what you're going to be making this week. If you are interested in becoming a demonstrator and you don't have someone to join under, please let me know. I'd be happy to have you part of my team, even though you might live long distance. I do a lot of things to engage long distance folks. We have our team meetings that we do online through a Facebook group. You can participate in our swaps. I have a gal who's our swap coordinator who you send your swaps to. She sends them back to you. We do all kinds of things to keep you engaged and keep you stamping. And as a demonstrator, you're able to get your hands on all this awesome Stampin' Up! Product a month before others can as a customer, and you get a discount on all your product. So anyway, thank you all so very much for joining me tonight. I hope you've enjoyed getting a sneak peek of these new in colors, and I look forward to seeing you all back here next Thursday for our next Touch Base Thursday. Have a great evening and a great weekend, everyone. Bye.